schedule today. It's Thursday, 21st, fall solstice. Woke up feeling a little bit ambivalent about trying to go out and ride a long ride by myself today. I don't know why, but I'm gonna listen to that internal voice that says I shouldn't do it. And it's not a fitness thing. It's not concern about whether or not I have it in the tank today. It's definitely there. I feel recovered. My HRV score is high. I had really good sleep. So all the metrics are there for that. But I don't know. It's a long time to be out there by myself without any support, etc. So I don't know. I'm just going to listen to it. I'm going to say this because I don't want to sound like a weirdo, but the morning of my crash, I had the same feeling and I ignored it. I thought, I'm going out with somebody I know, it'll be fine. And then that whole thing happened. And it's a weird thing because I learned a great deal and I'm still learning things about myself, about God, about recovery, about training. But there's been a lion's share of things that I've learned by way of that crash. But I still stand in this place of, if I could have avoided it, I would. And I don't have this attitude that it made me stronger. It didn't make me stronger. I don't know. It's hard to explain that whole thing. I mean, I definitely have a differing attitude about my worldview because of that accident. And I can see growth in myself, but even still, had I been able to avoid the accident, I would. So I'm going to be conservative today. I have a few long routes in Zwift that I can ride that I've never completed because they are so long. And I don't know, there's kind of a nice thing about the comfort of your own home. A bathroom that's right next to my studio here, and access to food and cold beverages, that sort of thing. So it's not quite like training that far, but I shouldn't have a miss on the nutrition and hydration piece. And so as a result, I thought I will do that long course sweat test today and see how I'm doing with both my hydration and my salinity. And the one thing I have noticed over the almost year now of training with a higher concentration of sodium is that my sweat rate has reduced to some degree. I've gotten more efficient, so I'm less depleted. And so it'll be interesting to kind of take a snapshot, a look at what that looks like now, almost a year later, training at that higher sodium content. So that's the intent today. Gonna do 5 hours on the stationary. Hope I don't get bored. Almost 3 hours in. legs feel good today. It's Tuesday morning. I have a pretty full schedule today. I've got a couple of strength and corrective exercise clients this morning, and then I'll get my training in. Cycling, have my long run today, 48 minutes. And then I have a row. So it's a full day of training. This is my big week, last big week for a while as I approach race week next week. I'm sorry, that's 2 weeks away. Anyway, there's a lot in my calendar today, so I got to get on it. I haven't been really disciplined about getting out here and walking in the sunrise, and lo and behold, quality of my sleep has diminished. So back out here, even though it's chilly. I'm laughing though because in June I was wearing a down coat some of those mornings. What a weird spring we had. So far, fall in Colorado has been pretty much according to script, what I'm used to. Yeah, this one will probably hurt. Take recovery pretty seriously, daily, weekly, periodized. I've been doing this practice of coming up here to the hot tub, soaking in the pool for a bit during my lunch hour, most days, getting some reading in, whether it be education or on a personal front, but taking time away from the phone and emails, training peaks, and data to just have an hour to myself. I think it's been good. Recovery is something we don't do well as type A athletes or goal-driven athletes, or maybe even just as a culture in the US. And I think it's easily forgotten, but incredibly important. All right, it's Wednesday. Garmin's telling me I need close to a full day of recovery. And I believe it because I woke up pretty sore. I mean, the last couple of days I've kind of really put myself to the task with quality training. And I'm feeling it this morning. I'm having some soreness in my Achilles, and I had plantar fasciitis about 3 years ago, and I could feel a little bit of that this morning. And of course, like always, the process of figuring out what's going on with my hip and my back and my knee because of the leg discrepancy that I have. That's Kinsey's job to straighten all those things out for me so that I can task myself the rest of the week until I see her again next week. Anyway, I'm oversharing. I'm talking too much. An athlete told me that on the phone the other day. I talked too much. Anyway, I'm on my day of medical treatment, and I'm just gonna keep hitting that nail head with a hammer. Guys, recovery is an integral part of training. And what recovery looks like is all kinds of things. And I really think if you could do some critical thinking about what your recovery things are, what can you get better at? You guys, this is marginal gains. These are the areas that add up. So next up, physical therapy, the vestibular physical therapist. These poor bikes, they take so much abuse. I told you, that little section would make you feel like a mountain biker. Bon appetit. You don't care what I eat for breakfast, do you? Okay, so it's Friday. I rode a couple hours on gravel yesterday, 31 miles roughly, and had a minor crash, which you saw. No big deal, really. All I got was a bruise and a small scratch on my right calf. Nothing else. Thankfully, the landing was soft in that dirt, and it was uphill, so it was really slow. Just couldn't get my foot out in time. Alright, so it's Friday, and I had a good sleep, but I'm not recovered quite yet as of this morning. So I'm kind of in a conundrum on how to approach my day, because I don't want to bury myself so that the weekend lacks quality in the training. And so I'm going to kind of stew over what I have planned in my calendar for the remainder of the day. I need to get back in the pool. That's partially what this conundrum is, but I'm under recovered. So I just want to kind of see how I'm bouncing back this morning before I commit to doing that swim workout in the swimming pool. This is the part where coaching can be very tricky, because you have to take into context the objective data, the things that your devices are showing you about how your body is doing. And you have to kind of peep ahead at what's planned, because if you stimulate your body too far into a place that requires a lot of recovery, you undo the quality of the next few days planned ahead. And you end up sort of having a medium response to that training stimulus. And if you do that too often, well, you just stay medium. So is it better to rest today so that I can really knock it out of the park in the next 2 days? Or is missing that workout going to be detrimental in the long term? My experience tells me that the rest is important. So that's why I'm going to spend the next couple hours just seeing how my resting heart rate does. And sometimes I recover quicker than the watch anticipates.